Hello, friends. I'm here. I've got a couple of different books, that I might want to work in. I was having trouble deciding. Two altered books in the works. Um, but I got to empty my chair because I have my gratitude journal in my chair. Does anybody else do that? Like load your chair up with stuff and then you can't sit on it? All right, get in the chair, getting all settled in. I hope you come on in and say hello when you get here so that I know you're here. I got my little reindeer on today. If they stop moving for a second, hold on, guys. Hang on. Just get still for a minute. There they are. Aren't they cute? I love them. Hey, Christina, how are you, darling? There's Rita. Welcome. We're going to do some crafting and chatting today. Missy's here. Hello. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you. I am streaming both to YouTube and Facebook, so you can see there Missy. See the little blue Facebook symbol in her name, and then Pat's coming in. Hey, Pat, she's coming in from YouTube. So welcome wherever you're coming in from. I'm just happy that you're here. Hey, good morning, Leslie and Cheryl. Thanks for sprinkling, Rita. You guys are the best. How are you doing? We came off a very, very busy and tiring weekend. A huge wrestling tournament on Saturday for my son. So we were basically caught up with that all day. It was really fun to watch him and his teammates play or wrestle, and some of them win. Lennon won a few, but he didn't. He made it fourth out of I don't know how many kids, a few kids. So he was like kind of in the middle of the pack, which we were really happy with the way he battled out his wrestling matches. He did really well. We feel like he did really well. But some of his teammates came in first in the tournament. So congratulations to Olivia and Tate. Yay! We're so excited for them both. It's always excited to see the kids work so hard and then win. See them work so hard and win can also mean overcoming difficulties and sicknesses and all that jazz, because some of them weren't feeling so good. We've had a lot of sickness going around at our high school and in the town. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Debbie. Denise is here. Thanks, guys, for being here. So I've got two different projects that are on my mind. This is that junk mail. Well, I'm sorry, All True Clinic, but this was a quarterly magazine that we got from, I think it's quarterly, from All True Clinic, our local clinic. And it was such a beautiful quality. I just thought, I can't waste it. We got to make it into something pretty. So I've been altering those pages. And I did some half pages, as you can see, and some full pages. So this one is in the works, and I would love to get this one done. But then I have the butterfly book that we have not worked in a long time. So I think I've decided it's the butterfly book. So let's put away the Ultra one. I printed out some new butterflies, and I'm not sure. Look at this, you guys. What the heck? This is the same graphic. And for some reason, I hit something that made it, I was like, yes, I want it that big. I didn't mean to, but I hit something on my printer that was like, bam, you're getting a big one. So that's what we got. I don't even know that I'll work that into the book. I'm not sure, but I loved it so much. And I think because it's black and white, we could use some really cool coloring techniques on that. Kind of want to play with that. That little pretty. So let's just flip through to remind ourselves where we are with this book. This was a master board cover with lots of washi tape, as you can see. And some of the washi tape had butterflies on it. So I decided to make it a butterfly book. So you'll see when we get through the pages. I do have some stuff stuck in here. Some loose graphics here that are all cut out and ready to go, but I haven't done anything with them. Look at her. She's so cute. So I'm going to put these aside while we do a quick flip through. This page is very bright. Why doesn't she have wings yet? Where are your wings, darling? Like, what? Did I just decide not to give her wings like this lady? What the heck was going on? I like her in there. She's like perfect on that sheet of it's actually a bag. It was a little chevron bag. Butterflies! Oh, Wendy says they're her favorite. Who else is a fan of butterflies? I am a super fan. I do love working with them a lot. Why is it they just bring calm? What? I'm not even going to tell you. What feeling or emotion or vibe do you get when you see the butterflies? Like what do butterflies do for you when you see them? They're such a pretty aesthetic, but beyond that, do they give you a vibe? Okay, here, look, I obviously decided she was going in here with one of these sets of wings. So let's get her in for sure. Let's just do it. She's paper clipped there with my big clip. That means I intend her for this page. Let's just see if there's anything else loose in here. So some of them have people attached and some of them are just flying freely. Like some of them are butterfly fairy girls. I don't know. There's no rules when you're creating. It's just create things that make you happy. And these vintage girls, those graphics combined with the butterfly wings makes me happy. So that's what I did in this book, rather than going with just straight butterflies. She's a Victorian woman, but she's still okay in the book. By my standards, she's okay in the book. I don't think they all have to be like these vintage people, right? They can be of other eras of time. Hey, Lori Wallace, lots of smiles, hopeful feelings, and she says she loves them. Leslie, I feel that way too. Leslie's saying that that's the vibe she gets from butterflies, lots of smiles and hopeful feelings. What other things? I would love to hear from you, because the things that you choose to create with, I do think that they matter, like in that fact that they're going to give you a vibe. If flowers bring you peace and calm and quiet, then work with flowers a lot. If ferns make you super happy, then work with ferns and succulents. If, I don't know, if bunnies do it for you, then work with bunnies. There's no rules. And you know what? Every single one of your books can have butterflies in it. When you're creating for your own pure enjoyment of creating, I'm just reminding you that you have no pressure to do anything specific or not do anything specific. So if you want every single book that you create to have flowers and butterflies, then that's what they shall have. Because, girl, you are the master of your craft space. Anybody ever tell you that? You are the queen. You are the queen bee. Oh, a lot of people like bees. A lot of people like bees. You're the queen bee of your craft space, and you get to decide. You do. You do. Okay, what other feelings come with butterflies? Strength. Something so small and delicate survives the elements and travels the way they do. It gives me hope. Strength and hope. Good ones. Janice, those are awesome. Denise says she can't stay, but she hopes everyone has a blessed day. Well, same to you, my darling. Same to you. Patricia says, butterflies and birds. Hummingbirds in particular, when they earn their flowers on my deck, I always stop what I'm doing to look. Pat, that's like, what a blessing, right? That's like a little blessing from God, giving you a little hug in this earth, right? Like he's bringing those hummingbirds straight to your deck just for you to enjoy. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Sue says that butterflies make you stop for a moment and watch them, and they bring calm. Calm, that's a good word for them too. I think they bring calm and peace and strength. All of the things that you guys are suggesting, I think that they're all true. I think that they're all true. So, like I said, you do you, girls. You are the queen. You are the queen of your castle, man, and you get to do you. So this book has been in the works for a little while. I tend to work like this, where this is why I use my bin system to organize my projects, because I very well can have a dozen projects going all at one time. And I'm cool with that. Like, that's the way I like to work, because I might do the butterflies for 2 or 3 days and then get bored of them and put it aside in my bin system and start a new project, or work on a different project that's already been started. And I think that's totally cool if you do it that way. Because if some people like to start a project and not pick up another project until that one is completely finished, but that's not my jam. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way. It's just, for my creative time and my little creative space, I prefer to jump around from project to project. It keeps my mind satiated, like it keeps it busy and excited about working on things. But what about you? What about you? Do you have more than one project going on at a time, or do you start a project and finish it and then move on to the next? Keep in mind, there's no right or wrong answer here. It's just what I'm asking you, what your preference. Just like I always say, it's like me asking you, do you like Pepsi or Coke? Or maybe you don't like soda at all. There's no right or wrong. It just is what it is. So I would love to hear from you. Jean's wishing you and your family a blessed holiday season. Thank you so much for your thoughtfulness and kindness for the postcard. Jean, I'm glad you got the postcard. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Thank you for the blessings. I extend them to you as well. I had a lot of fun writing out postcards. I sent out vintage Christmas themed postcards to all the ladies who are enrolled in the club as a way of thanking them, personally thanking them for supporting the Comfy Nest, supporting me, and being a member of the club. It means so much to me for those of you who are in the membership. You're not only supporting the Comfy Nest and letting me keep sharing what I'm sharing, you're supporting my family. I mean, it goes beyond what you see on Facebook. It's supporting my family, so I appreciate you for doing that. Appreciate you so much. I'm glad you got the postcards. I said to, I think it was Denise this morning, and we were chatting about it in comments somewhere. And I said, I haven't sent a postcard in a long time, and I wasn't sure that they were going to make it through the system. I was curious to see how many of those little stinkers would make them into your hands. So I'm glad that you guys are getting them. Now her boots, this sucks the life out of me. All these little, like, see how it's like so detailed in there, the ins and outs of her buckles. We're cutting them off. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing buckles, girls. Hurt my soul. I can't spend the time on that level of detail. It's just not, I don't have it in me. I'm almost done though. Look at her. She's cute. Good morning, Phyllis. Hello, hello. Hey, Carol. How are you? There's no way around this part of creating. If you like fussy cut images, there are lots of them out there to be had. This process of fussy cutting, there's no way around it. You just got to grin and bear it, girls, because it gives you such great results and it's super impactful. This should really get out of my way. Her other leg is in my way. However, it's a little time consuming and painstaking. That's what I was trying to say. But the results, when you have it, if you can print like an image out really big, like I've been doing in this book, I just think the results are amazing. So she could have red, or she could have blue. I think blue. I don't know why. It's just what I was feeling is more impactful on her. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't. I want to darken her edges, but instead of using ink, I think I'm going to glue her down and then use my Stabilo pencil, which will be really more bold. Okay, I have the challenge here that I have my sewing in the middle of this book. So how am I going to get her? I'm going to have to glue this right down over the sewing. Is that what I want to do, girls? Oh, I wanted her on this page, but now I can't, like, to go over the sewing would be difficult. To go over a page that has no sewing, especially because see, this page I went over the middle. This page I went over the middle, and it's hugely impactful on a double page spread. Here I have, though, this baker's twine in the middle. Like, how do I go around that? Do I dare? Should I do it? Should I not? I don't know. It's going to be super bulky. And this has to go lower because it has to be behind her shoulder blades, right? If she's a butterfly, her wings have to go low. They're not up here. They're going to be low. And unless I put her at the way top, maybe I have to put her at the way bottom, the wings kind of fall right where this big knot is. Not my little bow. She may have to go on a different page, as much as I desired that to be there. Maybe I need to do something different here instead. I was thinking, look at this thing. It's just like the double page, but I was thinking actually, if I folded this in half, say, we're just experimenting. That wasn't quite in half of his body though. That's a little bit off. I went with the half of the page, but that's not where it's positioned on the paper. I could find a page where this would fit on half of the page. That would be flipping cool. See what I'm saying? You know, coming from there. That's kind of cool, right? Maybe. I would want to find a page that doesn't have anything on it. And these ones back here already have stuff on it. Okay, little girl. I need to find a place where her big wings can go across the page like hers. She's awesome on that page. She's awesome. You're awesome too, darling. We just got to find you the right home. Keep searching. I have to visualize, girls. I have to put it on the page to believe it and see it. Or to like know how I feel about it there. I can't just plop it down, like look at it and say, okay, that's the page. I have to actually plop it down on here. Now I like that on there. She's good on there. See, I have so many blank pages to play with here. I'm just noticing something. Are all of them, she's to the right, she's to the left, so 1 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 2. I'm just trying to see, are they more on the left or right? 2 and 3, 3 and 3. We're even right now. 3 and 4, 3 and 5. So right now I have 5 of them that are on the right side and 3 of them that are more to the left side. So let's put her to the right. Where'd she go? Hello, girlie. Where'd you be? Where you be at? Here she is. She's going here. Oh. You know what? And 2, the other thing is, I love that they're becoming little butterfly fairies, but there's no reason we couldn't have a little girl with a butterfly hanging out on that page. I think I like it even better that way. That's what I'm doing. I don't know why. That's what I feel like doing, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, I think I'm going to go with a glue stick. Let's see. What's everybody saying? Hey, Connie. You love to fussy cut. I do too. I find it very relaxing. Leslie says, I cannot work on one thing till it's done. I have to have more of a variety. Me too. I have to have a big variety. I like having a variety. She says, mailing. Oh my gosh, I will get the information together. Then I will send. Then I will procrastinate till eternity comes. All I have to do is for the postman to take it to the post office. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't like stuff lingering in my head. Like, it needs to get done. It needs to get done. For example, one of the things that I put off a lot is we always have a donation bag going for the thrift store. It's always in the laundry room. So when the kids come up and say, Mom, these jeans don't fit anymore, they know they put it in the thrift store bag, as long as they, they're in good shape. They don't have grease stains and all that. They put it in the thrift store bag. And then when the bag is full, which could sometimes it takes 2 days and sometimes it takes a month. When it's full, I take it to the thrift store. Well, I'm trying to see, where do I want to position her? I put that off sometimes. Like, it'll be full and I'll be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And I'm trying now to like force myself the day that bag gets cinched up and tied to take it, as long as, it's a day that they're taking donations, because they don't take donations over the weekend. It's just on weekdays. So I force myself now, because then what happens is every time I go in my laundry room and that thing is sitting there, it's like, oh, you haven't done it yet. You haven't done it yet. You haven't. And I hate that little conversation in my head. Uh-oh, poor butterfly. I'm sorry, darling. You're still worthy and useful and beautiful, and we're going to use you anyway, because you matter. You're important. And you remember that movie? What was the movie with the woman who was like the journalist and she hung out with the housekeeping staff? Like this must have been like in the 40s or 50s or something. What was the name of that movie? And the one woman who was kind of like the nanny to the little girl whose mom didn't treat her real good. And she would say, "You're beautiful. You matter." She would tell her all these beautiful, positive affirmations. What's the name of that movie, girls? Do you know? The Help. Karen. Who said that? Karen? Karen, you're right. The Help. Remember that movie? I was just telling my butterfly, "You're beautiful. You matter." What was does anybody remember what she said in that movie? There were like several things that she would get down to eye level with this little girl whose mom, I don't think her mom seemed to even like the poor little girl. And this woman would tell her, "You're beautiful, you're smart." Oh, if anybody can remember what she said, put it in the comments, because that's what I was thinking of when I was talking to my little ripped butterfly. Little tear in the wings right there, but beautiful anyway. Now, I wanted to make this stand out a little, and I was thinking black Stabilo pencil, which would be very, very bold. But now I'm thinking maybe not. I want to outline it, but maybe I don't want it that bold. I'm going to take a silver, metallic silver gel pen and do a little bit with this and just see if it even shows up. It does show up, and it's very subtle. I'll show it to you here in a second. I might want something more bold than this even. I'll show it to you here in a second. I'm going to do her arm. Okay. Can you see that line? It's so subtle. I did from here, and I've outlined with this silver pen all the way down to this pink dot here. It looks like a very light shadow. The Stabilo pencil, if I were to use the Stabilo pencil, the outline, see how much darker it is? It would really, really be bold. I think I'm going to stick with the silver. It's really subtle and pretty. You is smart, you is kind, you is important. Janice, I think that's it. Janice, you're so close. I mean, this is what it sounds like in my head. Now that you're saying it, I'm like, I think she's right. In the movie The Help, remember the one servant, like maid, woman, like housekeeper? I don't know. I don't remember what they called them back then, but she was like a nanny to the little girl. And the little girl's mom hardly paid her any attention, and she just didn't really regard her very much. But this gracious, beautiful woman who was her nanny, I'll call her, would sit down and say to her, "You is smart, you is kind, you is important." Oh my gosh, so sweet. I think you got it right, Janice. Hey, Kim Holloway, I'm doing great. How are you? Hey, Chris Hunter, there's my friend Chris. Callie's here. Hey, my sissy Kathy's here. Hey, Kat. Yeah, that's Janice, I think you got it right. Uh-oh, my pen ran out of ink. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Okay, I have a fine point brown. I have a fine point black. I mean, you gotta go with what you got. I don't like the brown at all. You is not it. All righty then. Let's see. I'm digging down into my markers. Let's see what I can find. I can't believe my silver. I need a silver gel pen now. Make note, Gracie, in your head. Oh, I have a silver glass paint marker. I don't need that. Oh, I have another one. I love just plain. Okay, when I buy gel pens, I usually go black, silver, gold, because those are the ones I use most often. This one is just about dry. Let me see if I can squeeze out another inch of color. Heck no, it's saying nope. Gracie, I'm dried up and done. Here, this one's got some juice. Am I going to make it all the way around is the question. To run to the store and go buy me some metallic gel pens. Yeah, they're gel pens. They're like ballpoint pens, but they're so nice to have for your art journals and junk journals. And I've been writing in my gratitude journal. Let me show you because it's right here. Oh, Kat, look at this. My sister Kathy's here. I did gratitude journaling on my birthday on Sunday in the Craft Therapy Club. This is the gratitude journal that we created in the club. with the printables that I gave them, grunge and lace printables that I designed and gave to them so that we could create this book in November. And now in November and now in December, I have been journaling in this book with a gold gel pen, and it just, see how it like, it's shiny and it shows up so beautifully on the pages. And I said this was my birthday entry, and I've got these pictures, 2 of my dad with me and one of my mom when she was really little, and I don't want to ruin the actual photo, so I've got to scan these. These are the only copies. This is the only copy of this one that I have. I don't even know where the film is for that, and I cut it down, unfortunately. And this one, I'm sure I have in my wedding album, but I'm going to scan these so that I can take the scanned image, print it out, and put it on this page, especially of my mom. But this is the gold one. Uniball is a great brand of pen if you're looking for metallic gel pens. There are a lot out there. Some of them have glitter in them. I'm just a big fan of them. I think they add so much. Governess. That's not what they called it in the movie, though. Remember the movie The Help? It was all about like almost like a caste system where you had the wealthy white people who had all these black folks working for them. And she was the daughter of one of the white families, and she was writing for a newspaper or something, or a magazine, and she wanted to write an article about their perspective on things. And so she would secretly meet with them at night, all these fantastic women who were, I think they might have just called them maids or housekeepers. I mean, it was not a title of regard, that's for sure. But what a beautiful movie. What a beautiful movie. You is kind, you is smart, you is beautiful. And that movie was actually quite funny too. It was really funny. There were parts of it that you would just laugh out loud. It had a little bit of everything, I think, like a little bit sad, a little bit funny, touching, inspiring. Like it has a little bit of it. It's a great movie, man. I haven't seen it in a long time. I might have to, maybe that'll be one of our holiday break movies, although my children, being 2 teenage boys, may not be interested. My husband might watch it with me if I ask him just to be kind to me, but I'm not even sure that he would be interested. It's not that kind of movie. They like Rambo kind of movies. I'm really dating myself when I say Rambo. They like the thriller, action-packed macho men. That's the movies they like, action thrillers. And me, I'm like, oh, let's watch The Sound of Music. I always watch The Sound of Music this time of year, and I brought it up last week to my kids, and they're like, no, we're not watching it again. Girls, that makes me laugh so hard because my boys are so different than me. But I was like, oh, it's near Christmas. We should watch The Sound of Music. They were like, no, we shouldn't. I'm like, come on. It's like a tradition to watch it this time around the holidays, right? Like between Thanksgiving and Christmas. They're like, nope. I said, I'm sure it's going to be on TV sometime, but we can rent it. Nope. I don't actually think you can rent it, though. I've tried before. I don't know where it lives, but I don't think you can get it. I think you have to buy it. Some things they make you buy it to watch it instead of just renting a one-time watcher. Anyway, I love The Sound of Music too. I love those kind of like artistic movies, or they're more like, I love musical movies. Love them. Okay, that was this very minor detail, but I think it really helps to put a shadow around her, which helps her stick out some. So I'm loving this page. All right, let's see about, I have all of this stuff here. First of all, wait a minute, Gracie. That's the dead one. That's got to go in the garbage so I don't mix them up. Hey there, Michelle. Michelle's here from the Vintage Daisy, you guys. Chris is here from Great Aunt Chris Hunter. It's fun to have my business buddies here. Oh, some chocolate pie. Janice, that was one of the scenes that I was like, yeah, there are some funny parts to that movie. Yep, that's one. That is definitely one. And yes, Kathy, I am definitely outnumbered. I am outnumbered. There's most nights it's wrestling, hunting, dirt bike racing, snowmobiling. Gannon watches a lot of tech videos about computers. So if he has if he has the control of the TV, it's YouTube and he's watching somebody build a computer or something. And I'm like, oh Lordy, I'm going in my craft room. I'm going in my craft room, boys, because I can't. It'll make me fall asleep. I'm not even interested. Debbie, The Sound of Music was the first movie that you saw in a theater. I only have ever watched it on TV. It would be, I would love to watch it in a theater. You know, watching a movie in a theater is a completely different experience than watching them at home. We just had a new movie theater open up. I'm just going to look at some of the things that I have. Oh, I still have some kids here. I still have some children. I got the children to use. There's a new movie theater that just opened up, and it's independent. It's like not one of the, you know, big conglomerate movie companies. It's a local, I think just a couple of families, really. I don't know exactly who it is, but there's a couple of families that decided to buy the old movie theater. It was an AMC movie theater that closed during COVID, and it never opened up again. So we've been for years without a movie theater in our town. And a couple of families bought the building and have renovated it. So it's a locally owned movie theater. And I would love it if they played vintage movies. Oh my gosh, I would be so happy if they put like The Sound of Music up on screen. The Wizard of Oz, like those old, oh man, there are lots of them that could be enjoyable on the big screen. Debbie, do you know what year that was? I have no idea honestly, I have no idea what year that movie came out. The orange and green, that is rather bright, but I kind of like it. I have no idea what year that movie came out. My mother loved it, and every time it came on TV, we would sit and watch it. So that's how I know that movie. But I fell in love with it the first time I saw it, and I just, every time it's on, I want to watch it. Okay. She's going on here. She's got it going on. You're going on right here, darling. Darling girl. A poorly done one, in my opinion. Christine, what was poorly done? Talk to me, friend. The new Wonka movie is a musical. Oh, that is playing at our local theater, but I just didn't have a lot of interest in it, to be honest with you. There are a couple of movies playing, and I actually on my birthday I was like, maybe we can go to the movies. We haven't been there yet. It just opened up, the new theater, and I was like, maybe we can go on my birthday. And then I looked up the movies, and I'm like, that's okay. We don't have to. We'll wait until there's something there that we're all interested in seeing. I think it was Trolls, Marvels, and what was the third one? The one you just mentioned. That was at our theater. Okay, I'm gluing her to her wings, and now I can glue her as a whole in here. She's cute. Trying to figure out where I want her. I think right here. Okay, toward the bottom. The new Wonka movie is one of the best. Carol, you saw it already? What did you love about it? What do you love about it? She's saying it's one of the best. Funny, compelling. I don't even know. It's a kid's movie, I'm assuming. I haven't seen a trailer for it. I don't really watch TV, so I haven't seen a trailer for it or anything. Tell us what you loved about it. I love going to the movies, and I haven't been in, I'm not kidding you guys. It's been years since I've been to the movies. Who goes on a regular basis? We have friends who love to go to the movies, so they try to go on a regular basis, even if they drive out of town 90 miles or 50 miles to get to a movie theater. That's not my world yet. I mean, I still have kids at home, so I don't have the luxury of spending a day or a half a day in the car to go see a movie and come home. Someday I will. It's just not right now. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. And I love this like bright green polka dotted paper. A little bit modern, but she's totally vintage. Love that. Okay. I don't really have a lot of pages left. She is like a mammoth child. Look at how big she is. She's got to be 8 inches tall. This girl. She's taking up space, man. She's not taking any. There, she looks really cute there. I only have green wings left. She might go here. We're going to cut while we talk movies. Okay. I haven't been. All right, I gotta see your comments. To Sir with Love, Jana says she loves that movie. Shelley thinks that 1938-39 was that when Sound of Music was in the theaters? I'm thinking it was. Oh, see, Debbie says 1964. That sounds right to me. That sounds right to me. Yes, Debbie. We have got to go. She says, I'm so glad an independent movie theater has opened. I can't even imagine. I don't know any details, but it is a full blown movie theater with like, they redid the seats because the AMC that was there had been owned by another company before that. It's been around for a really long time. So everything in it was really old and outdated, just old and worn. Like the seats were all nasty and dirty from years of people spilling soda and candies on it and stuff like that. So they replaced everything, and I've seen pictures of it. That's how I know this. And friends of ours have been there a couple of times already, and they said it's absolutely, they did a beautiful job with it. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled, but I can only imagine the investment that they've made to get this place up and running. I don't know anything about the business of a movie theater, but I am just so grateful that they took it upon themselves to say, hey, our town needs a movie theater. We have actually the two other small towns about 30 to 45 miles from us that are much smaller than our town that did the same thing. They kind of took over an old building. One of them is in an old like auditorium, like theater auditorium, where they show the movies. And I haven't been to the other one, so I don't know what it's like, but there are a couple of really small, independent, family-owned and run movie theaters. And honestly, can I just say honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not making any money, if they're losing money every year, because the population of the number of people in these towns is not big. So even if you're running a movie every day, which one of them I think only does it on the weekends, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But even if you were running the movie every day, you still have to pay for the heat, for like the maintenance of the building, for your staff to run the operation. I don't know how they're making money, because it's not like, what is it like in the rest of the country? Because when I have been to the movies recently, there aren't a lot of people in the theater. It's like this huge theater that probably holds, I don't know, say the place holds 100 people. It looks like there's 15 people in the room. So if you only have 10% occupancy, how are you paying all your bills as a movie theater? I don't understand that part of it. So thank you to the local families who invested in our town and is bringing us the movies. I'm really excited to go. It literally just opened a few weeks ago. I'm like gingerly cutting around her ear, and I want to get rid of this big piece of paper. I'm missing comments. I gotta look. Hold on. I'm missing them. Happy Tuesday, Janet. I had a friend who bought a drive-in because they had so much money they needed a business to make a loss. What, Chris? That's crazy thought. I hope it served the community too. I hope it was a dual purpose. You know, that is so nice. If that can, hey, if it serves them and it serves the community, I'm all for it. Sounds like a really smart business mind that does that. I honestly cannot name the last movie I went to. That's how long it's been. But we don't have a movie theater, and we have not had a movie theater in years. So I think the last time I went to a movie, I was in Florida. And that would have been like 4 years ago or something. And I actually went with my sister. Kathy, what was that movie that we watched? That movie about that political guy. Cannot find my words. What was his name? Oh, I can see him. I just can't think of his name. Oh, I forgot that little spot right there around her ear. They would give pizzas away to everybody. Wow, is it still open? Chris, are they still like giving out pizzas and running a movie theater? The movie theater is an experience. It's about getting the buttered popcorn and a big Coke or like Diet Coke or even water if that's what you like. But for me, it was always like a big, huge fountain Coke and a thing of popcorn to sit in the theater and to like everybody be quiet and to do it with your community or a group of people. I just think that's so fun. It's totally about the experience for me. Because you can, of course, watch a lot of these things at home now. But that's not the point. I'm going to cut this so I can spread out her wings a little. Sorry, but I am. We're going to cut that in half so that I can just make them a little more. If I do this, then they get more hidden. I don't know. You tell me what you think. But if I cut it, then I can separate them a little bit on her back here. Or angle them even wider at the top so we can see more of them. See, like I angled them at the top. If I go straight on, I feel like they kind of get hidden. This one I like right there. I'm not even gonna lie. We're just gonna glue you down right there because that's where I like you. And then this one. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. You are so cute, little girl. I don't want this thing showing. I don't want that little thing showing because it's not showing on the other side. So I think it's kind of weird if it shows on this side. I'm going to cut it off. There. Sorry, butterfly. I don't mean to damage you, but I don't like what you're there. I don't like it. All right. I just tack it on so that I don't lose spot. Like it, now they're all stuck together and now I can put this down. Do I want to budge you a little? I might. Now that I see you in place. Come on now. Quit it. Quit it. Stop it. Stop it now. You're being a brat. I like green on green. I like the green on green. Listen, no rules. You do you, girl. You do you. Hey, Joy Meyer. You forget to make the time. Oh, Kathy. Just get your little buns over to the movie theater. When I was a kid, my mom would fill a grocery bag with popcorn and bring Kool-Aid for drinks. Oh, I love it. I don't think they let you do that anymore. Bring food in, it's like you have to sneak it. They want you to buy. I mean, remember, this is how they make they got to make some money so they can keep running. So I will gladly buy the popcorn from the place because we can afford to do that now. And I really feel strongly like support the business. But I get it. When you have a whole family of kids that you're trying to take to the movies. I mean, there were times when I told my kids, have a snack now because when we get to the movies, we're not getting anything from the concessions because they're kind of expensive, right? So especially if you like to go to the movie every week. I mean, when we did have a movie theater here, I have a friend that would go every single weekend. She would go see a movie, which is glorious. So she probably, you know, I don't know what she did. I'd have to ask her. Did she buy popcorn and a drink every week? I don't know. All right, we're filling this up nicely. I am trying to decide what to do with this guy. I'm going to fussy cut it out, though, either way, because I want it fussy cut. And I'm wondering if I want to leave this loose. Like maybe glue it on one side and then leave it a loose flip out on the other. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, refreshments I think are actually more than the cost of getting in anymore. Although, like I said, I don't go to the movies very often. So what do I know? I know the movie theater that we have that was when it used to be AMC, I think they had like a loyalty rewards program where if you went so many times, you got a free popcorn or something. Smart, right? Like, yeah, absolutely reward the people that are going every weekend to see a movie. I'm not into this right now. Just cutting this butterfly. I don't know. The paper's irritating me for some reason. Just stop. You're like flip-flopping all over the place. Maybe it's because it has this big bend in it. It's driving me batty, girls. Having a fight with my little paper butterfly right now. Well, my scissors are squeaky. Did you hear that? It's like eat-er every time I open it. I'm going to have to lube them up somehow. I have never had to lube up a pair of scissors, girls. So if someone's done it before, give me the deets. Oh, do you hear that? Oh, it didn't do it now. There it is. Sounds like the swing set down at Colonial Park, Kathy. Okay, this is the prettiest little set of antennas. Usually they're just one big line with a ball on the end. Look at how pretty they are. Usually I cut off the antennas because I'm like, I can draw a line with a ball on the end, but these are too fancy. Too fancy. All right, come on. I just can't get in there. It's driving me crazy. My scissors are squeaking. You are in my way. Now I can get in there. My finger had nowhere to go. Well, that was a labor of love. All right, I gotta check the comments. Chris you answered my question. Oh, what was the question? Tell me they opened it and they took a lot. Isn't that the craziest thing? No, it wasn't Milk Sean Penn. It was, who was the guy who was the chief of staff for George Bush? The younger one. What the heck is his name? Kathy, we went to see the movie with Pat up by Apollo Beach. That day that all the boys went fishing and we went to the movies. That might have been the last movie that I've seen in a movie theater. That was years ago, Kat. What is the name of that movie? Who's that guy? Why can't I think of his name? Who's political? Who knows who that guy was? Who was the chief of staff during Bush's administration. It's a really good movie. And it was a little weird. It kind of reminds me, it's like black humor. I don't know. I was like a little stunned by it. And then Chris watched it. You know, he hadn't seen it. And he watched it, I don't know, 6 months ago or so. And he's like, do you want to watch it with me? I'm like, I don't think so. But it was on while I was moving around in the background. And I was like, yeah, this movie has like a dark humor. There were parts of it that were funny, but it's like, really, should we be laughing about this? What is his name? Hold on, I gotta check. I gotta update the comments. Nope, not Colin Powell. He was in the administration too, but who was the chief of staff? Wasn't he the chief of staff? Oh, good gravy. Give them to Gannon. Hear it? With some WD-40. I don't know. Wouldn't that get all over my papers and stuff, though? That's going to be a Google thing later. How to lube up a pair of scissors for paper crafting, because I wouldn't want WD-40 like dripping all over my butterflies. Is it better to use a soft wax? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh gosh, it's loud though. This is an old pair of scissors though. Jeez Louise, this is irritating me. I can only imagine how you guys feel watching me. All right, it's coming together though, girls. Look at this. But look at, it's like where the paper is square. We get this square, and I'm not sure I like that. Hold on, I'll make this bigger so you can see this better. Look at it on that page though. Oh, I might just have to like do a double spread. Heck, look at that. Wax paper. There. Joyce has cut wax paper. I think the squeak is coming from in here, like where the screw is. I do not have birds in my house. I do not. All right, hold on, guys. Silicone spray, then wipe them down. Cut through paper several times to remove excess, only for favorite scissors. Silicone spray, what is that? What is that? Okay, hold on. I got to look it up. I'm typing in Google. Was he the vice president? I was thinking it was the chief of staff. No, it's not Dan Quayle. That's what came up. Oliver North was in that same, but that's not him. Who was George Bush's chief of staff? I'm thinking he was the chief of staff. No, it wasn't. No. So many chiefs of staff, it says. No, it was not John. No, it was not Andrew Carter. It was not Joshua. What the? Cheney. He was vice president. But what didn't he start? What was his first name? The Cheney guy. Like, he was chief of staff. He comes up as chief of staff. Wait a minute. So, hold on. He served as White House chief of staff from 75 to 77, and then he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in Wyoming. I'm talking about the Dick Cheney movie. He was chief of staff to Ford. Okay, I'm going to have to read his history. That's the guy I was talking about. No wonder I'm confused. I'm going to have to read his political resume and see who the heck was he. But that's what that movie was about. What was the name of the movie? Is it called Dick? Kathy, come on, you have like the mind of it's a trap door. What the heck is that name of the movie that we saw? It was about Dick Cheney and Bush and their relationship and how they how Dick Cheney kind of like was like a powerhouse. Okay. Oh Lord, menopause brain, girls, menopause brain. Menopause brain on a lack of sleep. That's a double whammy. Okay, look at. I mean, are you kidding me with how awesome that is? Shut the front door. I don't know if I want it right away in the cover though. Hold on, I got a little white spot here that I missed. If I did it the way I was thinking, where half of it's on one side, and half on the other, I don't like it near. I mean, I like that. I think it's cool, but I don't like it nearly as much as like a full spread because it's so big. In Washington, we only have one drive-in theater. Drive-in theaters can be fun. Yeah, no, we gotta find the right page for this butterfly, girls. Hold on, let's do a little flipping through here. Where butterfly? Oh, butterfly! Look at, we filled a lot of pages. Where do you belong, little black and white? And it's probably not even a butterfly. It might be a moth. All right, if you see one that you like, give a shout out. We're gonna flip and see what we like here. Can't be on here because of all this. Whoa, we are like, girls, we're making progress. This can't go here because this page is only a half page. It doesn't go all the way down. I would lose part of the butterfly, and I am not willing to. It's going to have to be in the front or back cover, I think. Well, it's not going in the back. You are far too beautiful. So it is either this page, 1 or 2. It's like the eye doctor. What looks better, 1 or 2? Vote in the comments while I clean up my mess. I still have other butterflies to put in the book. They're much littler though. I love the oversized nature of all the graphics in here. I don't know how that came to be. It just is what happened. Oh, thanks, Chris. You like 1. Debbie likes number 1. Joy likes number 1. Cena likes number 1. Oh, everybody. Vicky, Dooley, and Mary like number 2. Vice. That's the name of the movie, Debbie. I'm going to see the movie Dick. Leave it to Grace. I thought it was Dick too. Jennifer, I thought the name of the movie was Dick. I have no memory for this stuff, you guys. Listen, I'm trying to remember. Oh, which reminds me, I got to order Gannon's medicine. I was like, I got to remember important things like ordering Gannon's medicine, which I forgot. I was supposed to do it on Friday, and here it is Tuesday. I better call as soon as we're done here. What time is it? Yep. I better call as soon as we're done. Okay, you guys are voting 1, so we're going to go with page 1. How am I going to do this? I need a really solid crease right down the middle, but I don't want to rip this guy. Think, as Lennon used to say. This is so fabulous on this page, right? It's going to fold right in half like this. So I got to lube it up with glue. I have a feeling this is going to be challenging. I'm going to do, I have I have to lube the whole thing up. It's like the size of a piece of paper because I can't do it while it's in the book. I think I might have to use a liquid glue. No, the glue stick is going to work much better. I think I'm going to do as much of this with glue stick as I can. Let's do the middle first, and then all the edges and the intricate parts we can get to in a second here. Okay, we got, first of all, you need to get out of my way because you're making it all bouncy. Now, and I can't take my sweet old time because this thing the glue will dry before you even get to the last part of the butterfly that's gotten glue on it. And I don't want that to happen. But we definitely need to get the edges really good. Oh, now it's all sticky. It's going to be hard to handle. You know what I was thinking would be perfect to use for this? You know that sticker maker thing, the Xylon, oh, it's sticking to the page now. Xyron, I can't think of words, girls. This is like, it's like a word guessing game when you come hang out with me. Crafting and chatting and guess the words Grace is thinking in her head. You guys are pretty darn good at it, actually. I want it right down at the edge. Now, the trick is it's all sticky. The whole darn thing is a sticky dicky. Sticky dicky. Just given the fact that we were talking about Dick Cheney, I'm going to call it a sticky dicky in his honor. It be sticky. You one sticky little butterfly. And now I'm off-centered. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What's happening here? I got my crease, so I kind of know where I want center to be. But she's not really quite centered. And I'm just gonna live with the consequence of whatever that means in this book, because this isn't, no, honey bunny, you gotta go down more. No, don't you dare, oh, don't stick. Come on, baby doll, work with me. Now the sticky's not being so sticky anymore in places. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. All right, we got to get the bottoms right. Like, if I get the bottoms right, it should all fall into place. No? Yes? No? Are you crooked, little butterfly? Is one side bigger than the other? Little moth, butterfly, whatever you are. It's definitely off. Like, it's like, look how much space is here. And now look, it's not even sticking anymore because the sticky's no longer sticky dicky. Oh, geez, all my technical terms. We're going to live with it the way it is, and we're not going to fuss. But look at that is completely dry. Oh, geez Louise. Now it makes it hard to put the glue on. It'll all be worth it in the end. Oh, geez Louise. You're making me, I'm like literally starting to sweat, butterfly. You are making me sweat. This part is not sticky in the least. Right here, the underside of this. I missed it. Come on, do not fail me now. Don't be messing with me. I have a job for you to do, and this you're just going to do it, and you're going to be happy about it. Because I says so. Come on. Now, why do your head go the other way? Pick a side. Come on, you can't go back and forth. You got to pick a side and stick with it. Literally. Uh-oh. I ripped his head a little bit. This is quite the challenge. If you don't believe me, go make an altered book and try to stick a gigantuous, prehistoric, moth-sized moth in your book. Look at it. We're gonna pull out some liquid glue. I'm hysterical. All right, you guys, most of you voted 1. I'm listening to you girls. I'm listening. We're doing it. All right, we're pulling out the clear because it goes on and it's really wet and sticky and it doesn't dry. Look, How is that happening? It flows really easily, this Elmer's glue. See that? I've been using the Elmer's glue a lot in my telephone book for my paper scraps, and it works great. Like, seriously. Cheap, and it works great. I will take it. It kind of reminds me of me. I'm cheap, and I work great. I'm a good, solid worker. You can count on me. That's funny. My husband would be laughing at that statement. Oh, geez, I got a little bit extra there. I was a little aggressive on the glue. Its body is just messed up. Look I ripped the body, and now half of it's not glued down. We're patching it up. We're giving her plastic surgery. There we go. You will stay there, and you will like it, because I says so. All right, we got to leave that. We got to let her dry. We're pushing her too fast. One little spot of glue right here. Just the teeniest little. You know what? This glue is really awesome. And I think this side is stuck down, but there's a little bubble right here. And I'm just going to leave it. What happens when I close and open? It's totally fine. It would be really helpful if I put this glue in one of those little bottles with the really tiny, tiny little tops. Do you know, like the little detail bottles? Because it spreads so easy. It would come out of there really easy. All right. Man, I love this page. All right, girls. I seriously need to go and order Gannon's Humira. Not Humira, excuse me, Stellara, his medication. I was supposed to do it on Friday and forgot. Thought about it over the weekend and was like, okay, I got to do it first thing Monday. Guess what I did? I forgot. And he's supposed to take it this weekend. So I better he takes it every 8 weeks. So I got to get on the horn, girls, as they say. As they say. Me and my reindeer, we're going to go do our chores. Yes, you absolutely could add watercolor. I would gesso it first. If you wanted to do water, because this is just plain printer paper. So I would put a little coat of clear gesso, and then you could absolutely watercolor this if you want. I really like the black and white contrast. And it's funny that the black and white cut off wing right here, it ends right at the washi tape. It's like perfectly, that was not intended, but it's just the way it worked out. And then we have the butterfly washi tape up there. It's pretty awesome. All right, girls, go have a beautiful, blessed day. Make something pretty that brings your heart joy. I am live tomorrow on YouTube at the same time at 10 a.m. Central. So that will exclusively be on YouTube. I will not double stream that one. So if you want to hang out with me tomorrow for crafting and chatting, head on over to YouTube. See you, ladies, later. See you, ladies, later. Bye.